All right, please welcome to the stage our very special guest, Mr. Justin Smith.
Hello, Theater 3. I'm going to talk about Risky Bison. It's off in the arcade section. You should maybe play it if you like games. I don't know. I was here 2 years ago with a game called No Breaks Valet, and I was here in 2011 with Enviro Bear, or no, 2010 with Enviro Bear 2000. And but most people like my boring game called Desert Golfing. All right, Risky Bison. There's some sprite sheets. This is about the making of. There's some cactuses at the bottom and a bus. Pillars. Some bison. It's a lot of pixels. There's some code. This is my bumped function. It's C++. It's a Unity for old people. And does anyone know what kind of bird this is? Nobody? Correct. So this Risky Bison, I consider a 3 albatross game, or 2.5 albatross out of 5. It's sort of a function of how successful a game is versus how much work goes into it, and this was kind of mentally weighed a lot, but there was a nice deadline, so I didn't have to worry about it for too long. If there's no deadline, I'd probably be working on this for months, and it would get marginally better, but I think it's inherently flawed. 2.5. Okay, some background information. I'll talk about the inspiration behind Risky Bison, and then I'll play it. And then maybe I'll play some other games. So this is an office chair. Thomas Jefferson invented the first swivel chair in 1776, and he sat on it while drafting the Declaration of Independence. And this is not it. It's, but you might notice it has 4 legs. And for many years, office chairs had 4 legs. Until some bag, oh, there's Thomas Jefferson. What was his quote? All men are created free or something, but you can, I don't know, I'm a Canadian, shut up. Here's some office chairs. They all have 5 legs. So what happened was people were sitting on the 4-legged chairs, and it's just not very stable. You can kind of tilt and fall, and you hurt yourself. And you you would hurt yourself, and if you had insurance, you know, you'd get some money from your insurance company, and you'd get better, I guess. You'd get a cast on your neck. And then you'd sue the chair manufacturer. And so what? Look, I had this whole story memorized. Anyway, it was Herman Miller in 1985. You know, they have this thing called product liability insurance, where if your product fails and someone hurts themselves, you're kind of liable. You have to make sure your product doesn't kill people or hurt them. And you know, if someone did kill themselves on your chair, you'd owe them a lot of money, so you get insurance, and you let the insurance company pay for it. And the insurance company was like, hey, too many people are hurting themselves on these 4-legged chairs, so we're gonna make you, you know, make it better, make 5 legs, and we'll all save money, and people will be better and healthier and not with broken necks. And this is an example of the great things the insurance industry has done for us. So think about that next time you're in an office chair. Okay, this is they put it on a ship somewhere. I don't know where. Probably somewhere safe, right in the middle of it. I don't know. I forget the company that did this. I think it's probably Lloyd's of London. They're the first insurance company. Really, I think. Maybe there's some Dutch ones, but they started out insuring ships that went to the South Seas, and they'd get full of spices and whatnot. It was actually mostly nutmeg. People in that day were freaking out over nutmeg. They would just put piles of it in things. And it was worth a ton. So you take a ship down there, fill it full of nutmeg, and of course someone had to pay for the ship, pay for the crew, pay for everything. And you wouldn't get your money for a year, and it would be in the form of nutmeg. So, and if the ship sank or was attacked by pirates, you'd get nothing. So it was like rich or zero. And so that's what insurance people do, risk mitigation. So then you buy ship insurance. So if it sinks, you get some of your money back. And the insurance company is the one that has to go and inspect the ship, inspect the captain, make sure, figure out the probability that this ship is going to sink. And, that probability times the profit is your premium of your insurance. It's math, and I like math. And that's why I was fascinated by insurance. Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah, I don't know. This guy is Max something. He's a baseball player. Same deal. He insures his arm. Seems ridiculous. It seems like a gimmick. But it's, 1 in a million chance he loses his $1 million contract. And who has to actually look at this and figure it out? There's no precedent. It's not like, auto insurance. There's all this stats out there. You can just figure it out. You can be like, well, there's this many accidents that cost this much. This is what your premium's going to be. But this guy, how do you figure it out? Someone has got the job of, research. The probability is how often do baseball players hurt their arms? What are the possible ways it could get hurt? And give him a number. Okay, Max, Max, yeah. You have to pay us $1,000 a year. If you break your arm, we'll give you $1 million. And it works out good for everybody. And you can insure just about anything. As long as there's a way to analyze it and figure out the probabilities of different events, and there's a way to inspect whether or not there's fraud, because Max doesn't want to hurt his arm. It's not like he's going to purposely break his arm. And if he did make a claim, they would probably investigate. They'd probably send some sneaky people and make sure, hey, was this he knew he was at the end of his career. Did he break his arm to get a payout? And they'll figure it all out. They'll get you. Don't try and don't do fraud. It's bad. And this guy will get you. This is all like inspiration. There's a radio drama from 50s? I don't know, 60s. It's called Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. He's an insurance fraud investigator. And there's 720 episodes. And it's really kind of dry. Maybe you could listen to one. It's kind of amusing. At the end, he tallies up his expense report for his secretary. So, I love it in concept. But yeah, he would investigate people that pretended their house burnt down, and he'd get to the bottom of it. So, oh yeah, this guy. Does anybody recognize this guy? Somebody. Canadians might. Okay. see how this works. Oh, okay. You know, I thought this thing called Pocket, I was like, hey man, they save things for offline. Maybe I don't need to go online. What's the password? What is? Oh. All right, it's not critical if this is. All right, let's crank it.
Hello. It's Patrick. He took out life insurance. Good for you, son. At my age, it's probably too late for life insurance.
It's never too late.
Dad, the Millers are older than you, and they've just been insured by Norwich Union.
Really? With my high blood pressure, I'm sure to be rejected. You must have to take a medical.
No, you don't. The guaranteed life insurance plan is designed especially for people over 50. Even if you were 75, you'd still be insured without a medical.
Well, it would be reassuring to leave some money. Let me take the number down. Guaranteed life insurance plan from Norwich Union.
At Norwich Union.
It's kind of a famous commercial in Canada. I don't know exactly why, but I think it's because at the start here, if you watch really closely, okay.
Hello. It's Patrick.
What did he say in 2.5 seconds? It's like, okay, phone. Hey, Dad, I took out life insurance. It's great. Like, it's not how you start conversations. So all that together was sort of got insurance on my brain. Oh yeah, okay. So I made this game. This was for Ludum Dare, and maybe I'll play it. I didn't do full screen. Oh, maybe I did. No. So it's very simple. You click the guys, and they pay a premium. They give you $1, and you assess kind of the risk. How likely are they to fall in a hole? This guy, not very likely. So I'll insure him against falling. And yeah, making some money. And of course, the insurance company's got power to make safety improvements in the environment, so you can pay a bit of money, close a hole. And yeah, well, let's insure somebody. Here, he's going for a hole. I'll just get them all. Here we go. All right. I guess I lost some money there. Or was that guy even insured? Oh, wow. I'm so good at this game. Yeah, that's a good question. It would be, yeah, some other mechanic somewhere where they kind of want to insure you, or want to be insured by you, and you have to, then assess it. But anyway, this is a 2-day game, and you can sort of buy gifts for your sweetheart and bank your money. Yeah, so that was a 2-day game. It was kind of scratched my insurance itch. Right. Oh, that's a cactus. Yeah, that's the next slide. All right. So this is a grafted cactus. I don't know. Maybe it's fascinating for. There's no cactuses where I live. You can cut a cactus, and use a sterile knife, put one on top of another. I guess tie them up a bit, and you've got a hybrid little grafted cactus. It's fascinating. There's lots of these different artistic cactuses out there. Here's like, I don't know what's going on exactly, but I think it's in the process of a complicated grafting procedure. I'll explain that later. Whoops. Okay, more inspiration. This game is fantastic. It's called Murder Dog. It's another sort of legal financial simulation. Not really financial, but it's about the justice system. Things that people find dry and boring. It's what's that other one? Ace Attorney. It's kind of like that. It's pretty similar. Yeah, and I love this game. This is Cream Wolf. I love Cream Wolf too. It's by Mark Essen. That just how he drew the car, it just makes me really, dreamy. Like, I don't know, I just get lost in these graphics. You can just see all the axles and everything. Lamatron, Jeff Minter, yes. He is also an inspiration, mainly in the use of ungulates and barnyard animals, things like that. Kind of legitimize that as a artistic genre. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll play the game. And then I'll get to these happy people. So this is kind of a advanced version of that other demo you saw. And this time, you can analyze their stats, and you're like 23, he's a young guy. Nothing wrong with him. He's not going to pay much for insurance. If you're young and healthy, don't get life insurance. It's a total, it's a crock of shit. Anyway. Another young guy. So the other game was kind of elegant. You could click on things and do stuff. This one, you have to like laboriously push rocks. It's a little clumsy. Okay, you might be able to get $2 out of this guy. No. All right. You can also just get rid of them. I was trying for a while to find like a financial explanation for that, but it's just a game thing. It's not realistic. 76. Who flies? Definitely. Nice. I don't know where I'm pushing him. Drinks. Who knows? Alright, I'm starting to get some money. Oh yeah, the cactuses. So I don't know, like before you bought trinkets for your sweetheart, but I thought, I don't know, I like cactuses. They're easier to draw. And I really like this whole banking your score mechanic. So your score isn't the money, it's actually kind of, you have to make sure you've got enough. if one of these guys falls in a hole, you need $100 to pay him out. So if you're below 100, it's kind of risky. It's okay, they can fall in, but unless they're insured, you gotta protect them a bit. Get away from that hole. Okay, oh, look. Danger sign. That'll totally work. I got kind of carried away with the financial instruments too. It's a bank account. Very text heavy. You can get a loan. You can wire money to Switzerland. Maybe I'll wait till I have $200 and then I'll get a savings account. Ah, he's good. He's good. You ready? So yeah, there's, you know, you have to have a bit of patience here. Get a herd going. The other good thing about barnyard animals is you can just do all the sound effects yourself. It's the most fun part of making this. Rollerblader. They'll pay. Well, he's only 18, but you never know. No. Anyway, he's going in a hole. All right, zombies. All right, I'll get a high interest savings account. After 2 minutes, I can get $250. The cost of 200. Oh shit. So this time, instead of just losing money, the lawyers come to get you. You can kind of dodge them for a fair bit. They're smart. They don't fall in holes very often. Oh yeah, you can insure zombies. That's okay. Oh. Oh, this guy's a smoker. So fire is the other danger. Get a truck. So the first version of this game was all about kind of risk assessment and mitigation. It was more true to the insurance idea. I don't know. It lost a bit of touch with the fundamentals. Driving cars around. VR guys. Oh crap. Okay, my savings account is matured. I'll pay my debts. Oh, 94-year-old smoker. I can get 4 out of him. Ah! It's a bit of randomness. Oh my god. Oh, yes, he nailed him. That's like a free $50. That's nice. The secret, if you actually do want to go for high score, this is kind of an inadvertent political commentary, or I mean, well, I don't know. The smokers, you just push them into holes, get rid of them. They're too dangerous. All right. Oh, you can't crash the fire engine. But yeah, eventually it can get kind of chaotic. If you're running low on money, you can get a loan. Which seems like a good idea. Spend all your money on high-end cactuses. Can run these guys over, but you know what? I have a renewed respect. Has anyone played Dwarf Fortress? It's unbelievable what they do. Every feature you add, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just add, you know, zombies or something, and now I have to like, okay, everything else in the game has to interact with the zombie. What happened there? Oh yeah. Anyway, the code for this is just a giant pile of hacks. It's like, oops. Let the world burn. Ha 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 ha. Oh shit. I'll catch on fire. I don't know. Anyway, I was too busy drawing little pixels and making rare events like lawyers catching on fire and stuff, and I kind of lost focus on the core concept. But it's okay.
Yeah, are those procedurally generated Bison names?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, why not? There's the first syllable, it starts with a B, and the second syllable starts with an F. And that's how Bison are named. There's maybe 50 hard-coded just prefixes and suffixes.
So when I first asked you if you wanted to make an arcade game this year,
yeah,
this was not the one initially that you had. You were like, "Oh, I'm really excited! I got this game. It's a hockey game."
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. So we got another game called Hockey.
Yeah, and I just started that too.
Do you have Hockey Island? You want to show?
Sure.
Or
yeah.
I don't want to interrupt your game.
Well, okay, I'll finish. That's it. Game over. Such a lovely collection. I'll finish my images, and then I'll show some old games. Hockey Island.
Actually, we might not have time for Hockey Island, so just do your.
Okay, fine. So after the Bison, I realized these images, you know, your bank and your insurance company send them to you, and they're just, I don't know, cringeworthily happy. I thought if I had more, well, if I could go back in time, I think I would make this the theme of Risky Bison, just aggravatingly happy, satisfied people. Anyway. Even, yeah. This hospital's great. Oh, yeah. So there's, I did the title screen for Hockey Island. I was going to totally revamp it. Maybe next year. Okay, that's the last slide. I didn't make that. That's from like 10 years ago. It's probably the funniest image I've ever seen. All right, I'll see if I have Hockey Island.
Do you guys have any questions for Justin while he's digging up Hockey Island? All your questions about Bison and insurance been asked, Jerry.
Do you have any 5 Albatross experiences? 5 Albatross experiences, yeah. Well, the game I was here before, No Breaks Valet, was a 5 Albatross game. You know, it looks like a game I spend a month on, but I spent a year on, and it did okay. It was pretty fun, but the psychic weight of it was more than people might expect. It's like a personal measure. You can't really look at someone else's game and decide how many albatrosses it is.
By the way, No Breaks Valet is also in the Fantastic Arcade Humble Bundle.
That's right. Buy the bundle.
Yeah, Justin's got 2 games in.
Oh, how's the alphabet go? That's in, yeah. No, I don't seem to have it. I've got some other games.
You can play No Breaks Valet.
Okay. I'll show you some prototypes. Here's one I was working on. I don't know where it's going. So it's like one of these trading games. You trade items from one port to another, and you make money. So I guess I was programming bicycles at this time. This is more like a physics game. That's what I usually do. In fact, Risky Bison, I had a lot of fun making it because I didn't use a single floating point number the entire time. These are things that nobody cares about, but I thought it was fun. So the water loops on itself, so if you make waves, it comes back to you. And it's aggravatingly slow. You just have to like, you go too fast, you're gonna lose that bike.
It's very summer sports simulator.
Yeah, like summer sports simulator with like a overwrought economic system on top of it. All right, I'm just gonna whip this guy home. Yes. So now, I can sell that sucker for whatever, $6. Buy some boxes. Go to Saigon. They like boxes in Saigon. Oh shit. Oh, I'm hooped. You can upgrade boats. Oh, there's dung. That was actually like, well, yeah, just kind of gross. It's based in reality. I was reading, it was something on Wikipedia. There was dung traders. I bet you this guy can cruise. Oh yeah. Oh. So, yeah, I'm in the mobile mindset anyway, but maybe I can do this on PC or something. But this chugs on mobile, and it's like, you know, there's 100 circles there. It's embarrassing. I gotta like learn hardcore physics and optimize that. Something else I was working on. I'm really stoked about this game, but it looks like crap right now. But it's a 2D flight sim. But, you know, I'm doing accurate force diagrams, and it's hardcore. So it's everything except banking, which is, who cares about banking? And yeah, you fly planes. I don't know where it's going, but I like landing. Yeah, you can lift the landing gear. But it might be all about landing. Landing is it's the most fun part because it's hard. I'll give you guys tips about landing. If you're ever like in a plane, the pilot's unconscious and you have to land the plane. You think the throttle makes you go up and down, and like the gas makes you go fast and slow. But if you think about it in the opposite way, oh shit. Think about it in the opposite way. The gas actually, think it controls your altitude. So you set your pitch, and then you just kind of go up and down just by controlling your gas. It's a better way to land a plane. No, that's terrible.
Justin,
Yeah.
so you obviously do, you know, a few prototypes in your spare time. Do you have like kind of your de facto starting like empty slate project that like things get birthed from, or do you kind of start from a lot of different places, or depending on like if you're going physicsy or whatever?
Well, I'm usually going physicsy. I'll just take my last game, cut and paste it, rename it, and that's where I start. Baggage and all. Yeah, my game engine, it's pretty crazy.
How long has it kind of evolved over time?
Well, yeah, okay, since sort of Enviro Bear is when it started, I guess Realistic Summer Sports Simulator was the first kind of major revamp. I actually made an engine. It's called the Krusty engine, and it's just a couple C++ files. Yeah, if anyone wants to license it, you know, contact me afterwards. Really reasonable terms.
We got some Sony folks here.
Yeah, I'm. You know, it's cross-platform.
We're actually right at the 1:30 mark. Does anybody have time for one more question for Justin? You have to make it good. Guys, think of a question.
How much research do you have to do into the lives of Bison in order to accurately?
Yeah, did you go live with the Bison?
No, well, don't be
You
ridiculous.
seriously considered that for a second.
The thought pattern was, okay, it's a game about insurance. Insurance is about risk. Risky Business is a good movie. Risky Bison. I can draw a bison. All right, let's do it. Do they live in the desert? Not really. Wyoming. They live in Wyoming. That's kind of, yeah, Great Plains. Let's do it there.
All right, everybody, that's just about all the time we've
All
got
right.
for Justin. Please give him a warm round of applause. 3-time fantastic arcade survivor, Justin Smith. All right, our next block, we're going to have Samantha Cook up here. She worked on the game Anamorphine, which is in our showcase selection.